Hi everyone, I'm Kukie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is part 2 of our finances or money session of the Side Hustle Small Business Gang series. Last time we looked at collecting money. So today we're going to look at keeping tabs on your revenue or your sales, your profits, etc. Basically keeping tabs on the money. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. I'm here once a week to share gems with you. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and to follow the Side Hustle Small Business Instagram as well. When it comes to keeping tabs on your revenue, there are a few must-dos, right? There's nothing worse than having sold all your stock and having no idea where your money is or where it went. The number one thing that I advise everyone to do is make sure you set a day in the week to handle all things money. We usually have Money Mondays, but previously we used to have Finance Fridays. So make it something fun, nice, light, but make sure you do it weekly, because you do not want to wait until the end of the month or until there is no cash flow for you to be like, oh right, what's happening with our finances? Here are a few ways to keep tabs. One of the things you should definitely do is to generate a sales report from your online store. Let's say you have your website. On most of the websites, you are able to actually export your sales reports and also your inventory reports. If you do not have an online store, that is okay. There's so many apps that you can use that will help you do just that. The app that we used at the very beginning that I highly recommend is Wave Invoicing. It is free, it is effective, and you can export your sales reports as well from that. If you'd like me to do a more elaborate video on how to use the Wave Invoicing app, do let me know in the comments. I'll think about making a more elaborate video of that. The importance of exporting these sales reports is that it shows you how much money you have made and what you have sold. This is really important when you're trying to figure out, okay, am I selling at a high value, low value? It helps you understand where the money comes from. Concurrently, I highly recommend that you do a manual sales report template. For people who are in a more advanced setting, you can use QuickBooks to set all these things up. However, you can simply open an Excel sheet and set up a sales report template. Make sure you have various columns. The template that we use has order date, payment date, delivery date, customer name, the product they have bought, the quantity, the cost of the product, the delivery fee that they have paid, how much it actually costs us to deliver to them, and then the total sum. We also have a few checklists at the end that show whether the payment has been made and whether the goods have been delivered. This really helps us keep track of everything. Remember, not all your purchases will be online. Some will be bulk purchases where people email you and you send them a quote. So this is one way of putting everything from the various places in one space. Sometimes some of your sales will come from doing markets or doing craft shows. So you need to be able to relay all of this information in one place. The other thing that is absolutely important is to make sure you're not only keeping tabs on the money coming in, but the money going out. The easiest way to do this is simply by also creating an Excel sheet that you label as your expenses or petty cash report. Your expenses report will likely have the date with which the money was spent, what the money was spent on, either a short form or a full description, what account the money was got out of, who signed for the money to get out, and who the money was given to. This is important because you will likely have expenses in your business, whether it's rent, paying for electricity, transport. If you own, let's say, a furniture shop, the expenses will be in material form, shipping expenses in case you are importing products, various things that you need to write down. What your expenses report could also have is your salary or wages that you give to your employees or to yourself, and so much more. So now that you have those two things, you have the sales report and you have your expenses or petty cash report. One of the most important things, and this is something that we do bi-weekly, is we have our cash flow tracker. So this is basically a tool that we use that tracks the cash in and the cash out. So the cash flow tracker has a daily breakdown of the revenue, whether it's through investments, cash in through our different avenues. If you have different products, I recommend breaking it down. We break it down into stationery, homeware, and fashion accessories so that we know how much is coming in from each of the products. And then you will have the different expenses. You can break them down into a number of things and be very precise so that there is no overlapping and everything is clear cut. This is an example of what we have in that section in our cash flow tracker. So the purpose of this, and I highly recommend it for any business that is starting, is for you to know exactly how much is coming in and going out of your business. If you're starting a business, you're likely going to have negative numbers at the end of the month for a while. It could be up to 5 years, depending on how much you're investing in the business. And remember, it takes traction, there's a lot of advertising that goes in, so that is okay. You will likely have a negative number, but so long as that number keeps reducing and adding up, eventually you will get to a positive number. This essentially means that you have now started making a profit for your business. This cash flow tracker is one of the most critical tools if you want to scale and grow your business and fully understand how much you're investing, spending, and how much your business is generating. The next tool that I recommend for keeping tabs on your revenue is a profit plan tracker. You can call it a profit plan tracker, or if you're not yet making a profit, it could simply be a revenue plan tracker. This is essentially a spreadsheet that shows how much money you make in a week. So like I mentioned earlier, you could fill this out on your Money Mondays so that you have a section for the money that you have generated for the previous week, Monday to Sunday. And then you can understand the total deposits you have. Then the purpose of this profit plan tracker is to help you split up the money into different percentages or into different realms of your business. For example, once you have your total deposits, you could have 70% of it go to your operating account. So this is to take care of your operating expenses. You could have, say, 15% go towards your tax strategy, and then you could have, say, 8% go towards the owner or the owner profit. So actually going back into your pocket. And then the other 7% to go into future projects. So this is a really nice way of splitting up your money. You can split it up into further sections, but it's a good way to split up your money so that you know that there's cash flow to operate the business, but then you're also getting some money for your pocket. So as a small business, this ensures that you're able to pay yourself back, put some money in your pocket, as well as have money to invest in future fun projects. This is the example of our profit plan tracker that I've been explaining. And last but not least is a weekly cash counting tracker. So this is especially if you're receiving either both online and cash transactions or strictly cash transactions. At the end of the week, you want to know exactly how much money you have and the denominations. So what this essentially is, it's a tracker that has the various denominations, 50k, 20k, 10k, and so on. So you put in the number of notes or coins that you have in each denomination, and it's able to calculate the total amount that you have before you take it to the bank. I hope you found this video useful. Please let me know if you want me to dive deeper into any of the tools, but these are some of the key tools that you definitely need in order to keep tabs on your revenue, in order to track your money in your business, so you can get to scaling. At the end of the day, if you're able to really scale and there's a lot going on, make sure to have an accountant on hand or an accounting consultant, as well as use software like QuickBooks. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, all the things on the video, and don't forget to turn on your notifications for when the next video drops. So I wish you all the best on your growth journey. Don't forget to follow me at Kukie, and don't forget to follow Side Hustle Small Business on Instagram. We'll also be sharing a lot of the resources that we're sharing here on Side Hustle Small Business Gang Instagram. So stay tuned. See you next time.